It's actually an awful lot of aircraft here, wherever this is. Let's do an airstrike or two. Declare bankruptcy. Really? Right in Sofia? Well, stop unpausing constantly. Ah. I need to pull aircraft back, but time to just minorize fast defensive with infantry. This is bugging out. It's supposed to be instantaneous to bring back aircraft from anywhere, actually. Alright, this is definitely a time to save and reload. And it's a monster to cut this video. Alright, I mean, I'd almost just cut the video and start a new one, but I doubt I'm going to be playing enough longer to justify that. There we go. They need aircraft to deal with the rebels. Oppose their airstrike here. Terrorist network destroyed. Boom. And declare bankruptcy again. Really? Is it one the fast? Unorganized fast offensive. That's it for that. Bell nuts is the rebellion I have to deal with. Which won't decrease in happiness because of culture conversions. China left the UN Security Council. Philippines joined it. Burma left the bloc of China. Korea left the bloc of China. Few more aircraft there. Just waiting for some of the losses to be replaced. But start an operation that won't. Let's do a frontal advance now. And capture the roads. Airfields, and so on and so forth. Alright, at this point I can cancel a diplomatic offensive. Numbers decreased enough, and unemployment I've been doing for a long time. About to drop the economic development rating. And this will rebuild expensive. I'm about to finish this one. Just need to do it really fast. Water conflict. In Israel, water shortage conflict occurred. Those who are less fortunate advance the goal from others. Fortunately, no one wants to share any in these dire times. There. I'm guessing that was with Palestine and Jordan. Yep. One or the other. Probably stealing water from Palestine, as Israel is doing in the real world, where they're taking control of all the water sources, and then not enough Palestinians have clean drinking water. This is an issue long before the Gaza conflict. It is a fascist state that feels entitled to just steal resources and land from its neighbors and commit ethnic cleansing. So and this isn't a new opinion. Albert Einstein criticized Israel as fascist in like 1950 something. Prominent Jewish intellectual Isaac Asimov, Einstein was also Jewish by the way, also called them fascist in the 70s. I have to point this out because you get fucking assholes. It goes, oh, it's anti-Semitic, I meant to criticize them. No. Zionism does not equal Judaism. In fact, if not now, which I found their Facebook group, that's cool. And American Jewish alternative to Zionism both exist, and there are organizations of Jewish Americans who are opposed to Zionism. Not every Jewish person is Zionist. It's in fact probably harder to stand up to it because Jewish people get accused of being quote self-hating Jews and all this other fucking bullshit if they stand up to this fascism. But some people are brave enough to do that. It's always hard to stand up against where the power and money lies. Why I say you don't see all that many socialists in the United States. Maybe 1/3 when you add up all the socialist groups together. That's if you count the Green Party as socialists, which there really aren't. So really it's like 50,000 when you exempt them. Something very small. Let's see, no, there's 8,000 Democratic Socialists in America. They're socialists, some of them, but some of them are just social democrats. And they do entryism, which is joining the Democratic Party and trying moving left, which will never work. But 16,000 or so people in the PSL, at least 1,000 in the Socialist Party USA, and there's some other tiny parties. Yeah, so it's like 100,000 socialists in the whole US. But you see a lot more pro-capitalist bootlickers. Army managed to stifle the rebellion and maintain stability of the government. The rebel scum will now face justice in the courts. An ecological happening. A bunch of tree huggers have gathered for their occasional group cry outside Parliament. It's the usual, don't cut the trees down, blah, blah, blah. You want the right squad in this one? Yes, yes, indeed, which is literally Mr. Bernstein. Or, no, we should be taking a more ecological approach anyway. It'll hurt GP growth a little, but I actually want to drop, oh, that actually hurt 9 natural resources. Last time I took a more sustainable approach and increased natural resources in my provinces. I guess this, yeah, maybe it's another short long-term thing. I don't know, but probably keeps relations higher with Peace Planet. Particular event is very demeaning to environmentalists. There's a lot of things in this game that are very demeaning to environmentalists. I really don't like that one bit. You see a lot of pro-capitalist bootlickers. People who are like, oh, if you just can't hack it and apparently off the block of Mexico. Capitalism, if you don't like it, you're a socialist. Bullshit, buddy. I was on the verge of becoming a physician before I got disabled by a virus, and getting disabled by a virus has absolutely nothing to do with whether I can hack or not. It's not a personal characteristic. It's not like I didn't work hard enough and I get disabled by a virus. There's no work you can do to... It's not like, oh, if I drink like a gallon of milk a day, I won't get long COVID. That's not how it works. There's no way to willpower through not getting something like this. Nationalist movements in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan has gained Tabriz, its core province. So they want to take parts of Iran? Yeah, Tabriz. They're trying to take parts of Iran. Yeah, let's cancel No Step Back, Kamikaze, and the Great Offensive. I don't have any wars going on. Should have done that a second ago. Got distracted. Very distracted. Score ranking. Up to 28. Eventually I'll be able to seriously contest the #1 slot. With the top whatever slots the top 5 slots all rewards. Serial killer. There's a serial killer on the loose. He's moving around the country, which makes it even harder to catch him. No one's safe. I swear, I always get tons of events like this when I'm ranting. Catch him and hold him, or he'll get bored soon enough. Catch him and hold him. He most likely will not get bored soon enough, and it'll set off another riot. May yet evade my police force. If I ignore it, he won't get bored, and it happens to just keep getting worse. We weren't able to catch the killer. He struck again. People of Interos, no one knows where he will attack next. Catch him and hold him. Will they join the Bloc of Mexico? We caught the killer. People can finally rest easy. What are we going to do with him? Electric chair or prison for life? Prison for life improves relations the whole world. Not doing the death penalty nonsense decreases personal control. Personal control increases happiness, so prison for life, for sure. Try and study him, try and criminally rehabilitate him, or do, I forget what movie it is, where there's like a criminal psychologist who goes and interviews the serial killer to get insights to try and catch another serial killer. That's actually a common theme in certain movies, so let's try and get another claim in Romania. So the leaders of imperialist nations like this could almost be considered serial killers. You kill one, you're a murderer. You kill 1,000, it's a statistic or whatever. I mean, they're fighting wars. How many people died because of the U.S. invasion of Iraq? Over 1 million? Because of, like, the collapse of the water system in Iraq in particular. Like, clean drinking water and the collapse of the healthcare system. It's terrible. That's basically death on the scale of the collapse of the Soviet Union, except in a much smaller country. Something like 1.1 million people died because of the collapse of the Soviet Union. I think it was 1.35 million people died because of the U.S. invasion of Iraq. To give you an idea of how much worse the suffering was, and it was not easy when the Soviet Union collapsed. 1.1 million people dying in a country with a population of like 290 million or something is a lot of people. 270, it was quite an impressive population, the Soviet Union. So for across the countries that made up the USSR proper, which includes like Ukraine stuff, 1.1 million people die based on death rates before Soviet Union collapsed and where they were going, would not have died. Like if the Soviet Union just continued on as it had been. That's an enormous amount of death. It wasn't all just in Russia. That was Russia, Ukraine, the Baltic countries, Kazakhstan, etc. Actually, I think death rates went down in the Baltic countries, but went up in almost all the rest. Water conflict in the United States. Water shortage conflict occurred. Those who are less fortunate demand some liquid gold from others. Unfortunately, no one wants to share any in these dire times. This is the effect of, well, population growth and climate change. I think it was with Canada based on the fact they trying to grab, what is this, a conflict over the Great Lakes? One of the largest freshwater lakes in the world. Almost done with infantry support tactics. I'm working on the post-war rebuild because I have insanely high war losses. Maintaining a balanced budget. Over like 410 war losses, so I definitely need the increased war loss decrease from post-war rebuild. Almost 7 a month decrease to war losses right now. Fun. I'll have to think of what project that comes next. Probably a good time to end this now. Turkey is at war with Shriek. Could be an opportunity to attack Turkey over Istanbul. If I wished. I don't know. Lots of stuff to do next. From international actions to diplomatic missions, internal political advancements so I can decrease the level of unhappiness, to just open border policy to increase pop growth or basic health service if I don't want to anger my population as much. Or I could go for advanced social benefits to build social housing, which is a one-time increase in population. Build the city pyramid. practically an ego project, but does increase unhappiness a little bit. Helps alleviate the housing shortage. Or I could do import infrastructure. Ooh, natural resources are really. I know. I wonder why. I'll have to think about what to do. I will. Could go towards universal health care. Increase pop growth and reduce unhappiness. Unhappiness is getting really out of hand. Stuff to think about. Stuff to think about. Alright, well, my viewers, I wish you all the best. I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to have to cut this maybe into as many as 5 videos. So, 15 minutes each. That's probably what I'll do. Hope you enjoyed these all. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And, could do more infantry, but it would add more requests. I may always find a guiding star to lead home. Until next time, this is Northstar. I do. Best luck to you all.